Hello there, Management 111. Welcome to class for March 31st, 2020. And I want to give you a couple of updates and look at a little further into the semester. And then I will go through chapters 13 and 14 for you. First, I'm going to eliminate the rest of quizzes for the year. I got rid of journals too. It's just too hard for students who are traveling or have illness or illness in their family or quarantined to get work in, by all these due dates. So the only two things that you'll still be graded on for this semester are the group paper, which you should be working on. I'm going to set some time aside for you to do that on Thursday as well, as you should have read in the announcement for today. And second is the final exam. Those are the only two other things you'll be graded on. I'll be putting sign-ups up next week for finding dates for your groups to present through WebEx. I'm looking forward to trying that out. We'll see how it works. I'm very adaptable. Hopefully you're adaptable. We're going to do our best. If you watch the videos, you read Canvas, and you turn in everything you need to turn in and put some effort into it, you'll all do well. So don't fret over this class. Don't worry about it. I know this is a really odd time. I'm going to be doing the remaining chapters typically on video because I have a husband who's working at home and 4 kids who I'm homeschooling at home. So taping the lecture is a little bit easier than meeting on WebEx, although I miss seeing your faces and actually talking with you. When we do those presentations, we'll either use WebEx or Google Hangouts. I think that it'll be nice to be, sort of back together as a class for the end of the semester. So I'm going to go through chapters 13 and 14 today. And Thursday, like I said, the goal is during class time for you to meet with your groups in Google Hangouts and get some work done on your projects. Those are obviously still due at the, toward the latter part of the semester. So you need to keep working on those or it'll be really hard to get that paper written, although I will grade with grace. So the first chapter we're going to look at is about marketing and how we get buyers to buy our products. And, if you want to open up that PowerPoint on your computers, that'd be a great idea. Got a fun video at the beginning link that you can watch about different ways to market a business. And, what is marketing? It's any activity that tries to create, communicate, and get people to buy your stuff, right? And so this chapter talks about the evolution of marketing, right? Initially we had the production era. So we finally have factories. Let's make as much crap as we can and people will buy it, right? There was less competition then. It was about volume and this new ability to mass produce things. Second, we have the selling era. So this is when advertising really grows and we're going to try and get you to buy our stuff. And then we have the marketing concept era, which, is more strategizing, right? How can we focus on the customer service, and making some money? And then lastly is the customer relationship era, where we talk about customer relationship management, where you try and learn as much as you can about customers and then sell products specifically targeted to them, even creating products targeted toward them. This is where all the data mining that exists comes in handy for organizations. Another really important part of marketing, and anybody who works in marketing will know about this, is the marketing mix, right? Product, price, place, and promotion, the 4 P's of marketing. All right, so the product is the thing you're selling. The price, obviously, is how much you're charging for it, right? And that's based on how much it costs to make, how much other people are selling it for, how much value your customer sees in your product. The place is both the physical location that you sell it and the place in the market. Is it high end, low end? Where does it fit in compared to competitors? And then the last is promotion. How do we tell people about our product, right? How do we advertise or sell face to face or use PR to get free publicity to get people to buy our product, right? One of the things that marketers do is a lot of research so that they can really understand their consumer and how to sell to them. And also, looking at the environment that we're in. What's selling? What isn't? What's going on in the world, right? What is the, social situation that people are in? What's the climate? Looking at those things and figuring out how to market products. This chapter talks a lot about how we use statistics to understand segments of the market and target our advertising to the people who we think should be or will buy our product. And you can read through all the different kinds of segmentation that marketers use. And so another thing that marketers need to understand is how consumers make decisions, right? Typically this is, I have a problem, my phone broke, right? Information search. What kind of phones are there to replace my broken phone? Evaluate alternatives. I've always used Apple. What might it be like to have an Android phone? Make a purchase decision. Okay, nope, I'm going to stick with Apple. And then a post-purchase evaluation. Did I like it or not? Do I regret it or am I glad I bought it? And so we use that to sort of understand the best way to sell products. Now, I have a really fun exercise, but it really works best in a classroom, so I nixed it. But you might think about it a little bit. It's on the last slide here, which is to create a presentation using the 4 P's of marketing as if you were talking to a group of high school students trying to persuade them to come to Miami. So I'm super let down that we don't get to do that one because it's one of my favorites. But you can do it on your own just for fun if you want, or at least think about it. Okay. So the next chapter, chapter 14, is about developing and pricing goods and services. So one of the things that people in marketing want to do is develop value for a product. How can we convince people that what they're buying is worth it and that they want it, right? The total product offer is everything that a consumer evaluates when buying something. Price, quality, utility, form, all of that, right? And so you can look in your textbook or in the slides. This great, here I'll show you this actually, this great slide that shows, the potential components of a total product offer, right? So price, what the store is like, I remember when I was in college, I'd want to go get clothes at Abercrombie and I wanted my mom to pay for them, and she hated the music, and she always said the music is targeted at the people who want the product, but not the people who buy the product, right? So even things like that can impact, whether your customer will spend money on the product that you're selling or not. The product line is a group of products that are similar, right? Coke, Coke Zero, Cherry Coke, Cherry Vanilla Coke Zero. They're all pop, right? The product mix is when a company like Procter & Gamble sells lots of different things. Toothpaste, detergent, bar soap, shaving stuff, diapers, right? So those are 2 different ways that companies market things, right? We're either going to market all one product like Coca-Cola, or we're going to market lots of stuff. And so the way that things are marketed is different, right? Coke can market Coke as being full calorie and sweet and delicious, and Coke Zero is tasting similar, probably not as good, but great if you're interested in cutting calories, right? The same is true for Procter & Gamble, who has the product mix, is that they can say, we're going to have this deal where we sell our razors with toothpaste. Hopefully you end up using Crest toothpaste because you don't care what toothpaste you use, but you always use Gillette razors. So when we packaged them, you also became a fan of Crest, and now we have you buying 2 of our products, for example. Product differentiation is anything that a company does or a marketer does to create real or perceived differences between products, right? Our toothpaste works better. Ours has, sparkle tooth in it that's going to, outdo every other whitening toothpaste that there is, right? How do we make it different? We market different kinds of goods differently too, right? So convenience goods and services are things that you don't really think about, right? You run into a gas station, and you want a candy bar. You're not set on any one candy bar. Oh, look, Snickers is on sale. You buy that. If M&M's had been on sale, you would have bought that instead, right? Shopping goods and services are things that you typically compare and think about and research a little bit before you purchase. So something like a cell phone or sunglasses, something that you're going to maybe invest a little bit of money in. And then specialty goods and services are things you don't buy very often that are pretty expensive and it takes some effort to get, right? So expensive wine or designer clothes or handbags or jewelry or something like that. Then we have unsought goods and services, things you don't expect to buy, right? So, uh, getting your car towed. You're not going to spend a lot of time if your car breaks down on the highway researching towing services. You're going to Google, and what comes up first, you're going to pick. So, as a marketer, my goal is to make sure that you see my towing service first, right? Um, this chapter talks a little bit about the importance of packaging, right? So, squeezable ketchup versus ketchup in glass bottles, right? When I was a kid, ketchup came in glass bottles. It was hard to get it out. If the bottle cracked, you had to throw it away. Squeezable ketchup bottles make sense, and people are more likely to buy their ketchup that way. So, packaging does a few things. First of all, it grabs the attention of the buyer. It protects the goods inside, unless you're buying light bulbs, which are not protected by the packaging. They're easy to open and make sense. They describe the product. They explain why the product's good. They give you warranty information. And good packaging tells you how much something costs and what you can do with it. Like I was saying earlier, bundling is really becoming popular, right? If you buy this product, you get this other product. It's adding perceived value and maybe introducing customers to a new product that they wouldn't otherwise buy. And we know that pricing is really important, right? Our goal is to make money while giving customers the perception that they're getting a deal on the product they are buying. Again, an activity I really like to do, but we're not going to get to do in this class because we're not face to face, which is this the last slide here is product differentiation and bundling, right? So I like to have students find a way to differentiate a product that you already use or already exists to make it cooler or better or more appealing to customers. And then the bundle project, where you take two things that maybe aren't related or should go together but don't, and bundle them. So we're not doing that, but think about it. You might discuss it when your groups meet on Thursday. And again, I'm super disappointed not to see you all again. I look forward to our WebEx meetings or Google Hangouts. I'll think about that in a couple of weeks for your presentations. And have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, flatten the curve, stay, distant from other people. And I will see you next Tuesday. Thanks. Have a great day.